Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 90 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
On third down, Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake, Haynes eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for a penalty. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Haynes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Haynes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Howell. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, Haynes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, it's Taylor. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Love. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Dafe Owe. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 39 upcoming. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Haynes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Wiggles free. He's got room to run past the 20. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big play there for Indy. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
On first down, it's Allen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Love. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for the offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
For their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Love. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Love's throw taken in by Sutton.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Again, it's Love. Waller taking it in over the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Love looking to throw it.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Love to throw for it on fourth. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Amari Rodgers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, Haynes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them. Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. Off the play fake. Haynes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. Off play action. Haynes. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down inside the 10 at the 9. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones. Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point safely through, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So we've come to halftime after and just like that, on we head to half number. Number 2. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Haynes.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Howell.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing on first down. Haynes. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a give to Taylor. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Haynes. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the 27, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Armstrong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Love now to pass on first down. Throw complete there, Rodgers.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down and more for Allen. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out comes Houston. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Haynes over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And
be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Love.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Off the play fake, Haynes. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Haynes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Back to throw. Haynes.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense taking over again. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Throwing after the interception. Haynes. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
He's going to go up top again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Colts are right back in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
7 yards, the pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Love's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Touchdown, Colts! Amari Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, I don't know about you, CD, but I did not see this coming. What a comeback to make this a game again.
I'm with you on that one because I didn't see it as well. You just think about the momentum swings we've seen so far. This game should have been over. Should have been done and dusted. But this is why you can never take anything.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They run once more with Taylor, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Colts now down by 12. Just under 2 minutes to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Troy Pride. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw now. Here's Love. Finding Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Love's throw complete here to Waller. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Allen's got it complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Going back to Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barker. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but